Hi guys, if you haven't still seen the previous video of the platformer series, then I have a link to it in the description. Other than that, here it is, once again. Our platformer, that at least what it's gonna look like, or what it's supposed to look like when we're done. So let's get back to work. Now we're going to create a player. So we're gonna make a simple square, cause for now we are, and we're gonna put it right there, just like in the middle. So we're using it once again. Surprise! So when I receive tick, we're gonna broadcast ready. And then we're gonna make a block. We're gonna call it tick. Add an input, another input, and another input. We're gonna call it up, right, and left. Okay, so I guess that worked pretty good. And yeah, so now we're gonna take key up arrow in the end, key down arrow, and in the middle we're gonna place key this is gonna be key left. This is gonna be right arrow, just like that. I receive start game. We're gonna broadcast ready, and we're gonna broadcast play game. We're going to have a forever script, reset, and we're gonna broadcast reset and wait, as well as we're gonna broadcast a new message, set up and wait. I'm going to make a block called game on, and we're gonna need a new variable that we're gonna call exit. So we're going to repeat until exit variable is more than 0, or you can just leave it blank. If exit equals win, make another block called win. Yay! Or we can make another block called die. Yay! Not exactly. I'm gonna place them like this. Even though I think that already makes sense quite clearly, right? Yeah. Okay, my microphone isn't working too well today. I don't know why, but it's supposed to. Okay. So next up, we're going to define game. Of course, set size to 50 and clear graphic effects. Now I'm gonna have another one called in air, like that. So we're gonna please set rotation style left right. It's as simple as that. Trust me, it's very, very simple. Like simpler than I thought when I 3 years ago when I learned how to. In fact, our local variables I was talking about, local x and local y, actually all sprites in this game are gonna have them. Any future ones that we're gonna add. So we're gonna set local x to 0 and set local y to, let's do 400. Another variable coming up, we're gonna call it L speed y for the sprite only once again. Set it, and we're gonna set exit. And of course, one of the most important ones, scroll x and scroll y variables. At this point, it's quite clear what's gonna happen, but it doesn't process everything good enough to actually have a useful scrolling, but it's processing everything now. We're gonna have two more variables. We're gonna call them L braking and L acceleration. For the sprite only, both of them, of course. So we're gonna set L braking. So L braking is gonna be 0.75 and L acceleration, you can have a range from 1 to 3 anywhere. L delta x. Okay, so for this sprite only once again, and we're gonna set L delta x. Finally, after that we are going to show, yay. So next up we have, so first we're going to have a position block, because all sprites need to position, because this is scrolling like that. So we're gonna define it. And so go to x minus and minus x and local y minus the scroll x and scroll y variables, just like that. Fine. Probably the most important block in here. Define tick left, right, left. Then we're gonna change local delta x. We're gonna change local delta x minus L acceleration. I think it was like that. Oh yeah, it is. L acceleration. Now we're just gonna duplicate that. Simply if right, then we're gonna change L delta x by L acceleration. We're gonna point in direction 90 in this case, and in the other case we're gonna point in direction minus 90. So if up and in air is less than 15, so it's like this. Yes, by the way, we have a new variable too. No, it's not new. Never mind. Sorry about that. In air is less than 15. The speed y. Our L speed, of course. 15 minus in air. Duplicate 15, like that. Of course, then we just change our L speed y by -1. Basically working on the falling speed, because it wouldn't look very beautiful, because our project needs to look beautiful. So it wouldn't look very beautiful if something jumps like this. It would be much more realistic if it jumps up and then slowly and then gains speed while falling. That's how physics work. And even though I don't like physics, and even though this isn't real physics either, we need to make it look not realistic but game. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to me. Follow me at Dmitry123T on my Scratch. Thanks for watching. Feel free to ask me questions on my Scratch profile. Unfortunately, you can't on this one exactly because it's kid friendly, and the target audience is not always kids, but anybody pretty much. But I know kids are going to watch this, so basically, thanks for watching. Follow me and subscribe to me. Like this video. Thanks for watching again, and goodbye.